Hey you guys. Buckle up because I'm about to take you on one of the wildest nights of my life. This is the story of how I ended up at a party that was way beyond anything I'd ever imagined. A place where the vibe was all about connection and letting loose. No, it's not what you're thinking, keep it clean, okay? But trust me, it was a ride, and I'm still wrapping my head around it. Let's dive in. It all started about 6 months ago at this super basic barbecue I got roped into. You know the deal. Someone's friend knows someone who knows you, and suddenly you're holding a soggy burger, nodding while people drone on about their new lawnmower or their kids' spelling bee. It was a sunny Saturday, and I was ready to dip when I met Tara. She was this effortlessly cool woman in her late 20s. Bright red sundress, big laugh, the kind of person who makes you feel like you're in on a secret. Then there was Jake, her hype man buddy. Tall, loud, and basically a human espresso shot. Total opposites, but they vibed hard. We got to talking small stuff at first. How do you know the host? What do you do? Tara was an event planner, which sounded way more exciting than my desk job. And Jake was a trainer who lived for push-ups. We joked about the terrible playlist. Some old country tune nobody asked for. And I figured that'd be it. But just as I'm about to grab my bag, Tara drops this bomb, all casual. Hey, you seem chill. Want to come to something different next weekend? I'm like, different how? She smirks and says, just a party, super relaxed, open-minded people, good vibes. Jake jumps in. You have to, it's epic. With this huge grin that's equal parts sketchy and contagious. Okay, pause. My brain's like, open-minded people? Is this a book club or something else? I'm not the wild type, but I was curious. I ask for details, and Tara just shrugs. I'll text you the address. Show up, be yourself, roll with it. Something about her chill vibe hooked me, and before I could overthink it, I said, sure, I'm in. Famous last words, right? Fast forward to the next week. Tara texts me an address and 8 p.m. Saturday. See ya. No hints, nothing. I spent all week stressing. What do I wear? Fancy. Casual. I land on a black top and jeans. Safe but cute. And by Saturday, I'm a nervous wreck. It's just a party, sure, but Tara's mystery had me on edge. I pull up to this sleek house on the edge of town. Glass windows, cars everywhere, music humming softly. I take a deep breath, fix my hair in the mirror, and head to the door. Jake flings it open before I can knock, grinning like I'm VIP. You made it. Come on, he says, pulling me in. The second I step inside, I'm hit with vibes. This place is stunning. Dim lights, plush couches, a playlist that's actually fire. People are mingling, laughing, sipping drinks, and the energy's unreal. I grab a mocktail from the bar, something fruity with a little umbrella, very extra, and scan the room. That's when I notice it. The crowd's eclectic. Women in flowy dresses, guys in cool jackets, a mix of ages and styles, but they've all got this openness. Like they're here to connect, no walls up. It's not your usual party crew, and I'm intrigued but also like, what did I walk into? I'm standing there, drink in hand, feeling like a deer in headlights, but not in a bad way. More like, okay, this is different, and I'm here for it. Tara pops up, looking flawless, and gives me a quick hug. So, what do you think? She asks, eyes sparkling. I laugh, shaky, and say, it's a lot. What's the deal here? She winks. You'll see. Just relax and vibe. Here's where it kicks up. I'm sipping my drink, trying to act normal, when this group of women comes over. They're gorgeous. Confident, chatty, the kind of people who own a room. One of them, Mia, with curly hair and a killer smile, says, first time. I nod, cheeks burning. Don't worry, she says. We've all been new. Stick with us, you'll love it. They start joking, asking me random stuff, and I'm suddenly in this circle, feeling oddly welcome. It's chill, but there's this undercurrent. Like everyone's here for more than small talk. Then, maybe 20 minutes in, I start piecing it together. The way people mingle, the casual touches, the laughter. It's a party about connection. Not just friends hanging out, but something freer. I whisper to Tara. Is this one of those parties? She grins. It's whatever you want it to be. Just people being real. My heart's racing. I'm not sure what I expected, but this is wild. That's when Jake rolls in with snacks, sliders and veggie sticks, so random, and yells, "Fuel up, crew! Big night ahead." Everyone cheers, and I'm left wondering what big means. Tara nudges me. "You good?" I nod, forcing a smile. "Yeah, it's cool," I say, but inside, total chaos. So that's part one, me surrounded by the most open crowd I've ever met, snacks in hand, and no idea what's next. Part two's coming, and trust me, it gets wilder. Drop a comment. What would you do at a party like this? Catch you next time. Jake just hyped everyone up about fueling up for something big, and I'm equal parts excited and freaking out. Spoiler. It's about to get way more interesting. Let's jump in. So, I'm still trying to blend in, sipping my drink and pretending I'm not totally out of my depth. Tara's next to me, giving me that "you're in for a ride" smirk when Mia, the tall, curly-haired queen I met earlier, steps up like she's about to host the Oscars. "All right, everyone, let's kick this off," she says, clapping her hands. The room lights up with chatter and I'm like, "Kick what off? Help!" I glance at Tara, hoping for a lifeline, but she just nudges me toward the crowd with this "go with it" vibe. Man, here we go. People start shifting toward this big open area at the back of the house. Think sliding doors, a gorgeous patio with fairy lights, and a vibe that's equal parts chill and electric. I follow along, still gripping my mocktail, and step outside. The setup's unreal. Cozy chairs, little tables with snacks, and a playlist that's all smooth beats and good energy. There's even a fire pit popping in the corner, making it feel like a fancy retreat. But what really grabs me is this circle of cushions set up in the middle, with a stack of cards and some random props like a feather boa and a hat. I'm thinking, what is this, a game night? A fashion show? My brain's a mess trying to figure it out. Mia steps into the center, all confidence and glow, and says, "Okay, welcome to the heart of the night. This is a party about connection, breaking the ice and vibing with new people. Tonight we're playing Spark a Chat." The crowd whoops, and I'm nodding like I get it, even though I'm clueless. She explains. "We're pairing up, grabbing a card and answering a fun question with your partner. Then we mix it up and meet someone new." Jake's darting around, handing out cards, and Tara whispers, "See? It's all about the vibe, nothing heavy." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I guess. Now let me set the scene. This isn't your average party crowd. These people are open, like next-level friendly. Everyone's chatting, laughing, tossing out compliments like it's nothing. I spot women in flowy dresses, guys in casual button-ups, and a mix of vibes that scream, "We're here to connect." It's not pushy or weird, just free. And I'm starting to get why Tara called it different. She leans over and says, "This is how it works here, everyone's just real." I'm intrigued but also sweating a little. I'm not exactly the spill my soul to strangers type. Mia pairs me up first with Priya, this bubbly woman with a huge smile and earrings that jingle when she moves. She grabs a card, reads it, and giggles. "All right, here's yours. What's the wildest thing you've ever done on a dare?" I laugh nervously and say, Probably the time I ate a whole spoonful of hot sauce and cried for 20 minutes. She cracks up, clapping like I just told the joke of the century, and shares hers. "I once danced on a table at a wedding, sober." We're dying laughing and I'm thinking, okay, this isn't so bad. Then the twist. After each chat you swap partners. Next I'm with Lena, this quiet, artsy type with a vibe that says, "I've got stories." Her card asks, "What's a random skill you're proud of?" She says she can whistle any tune perfectly, and proves it with a pitch-perfect, "Happy birthday." I'm impressed. I tell her I can wiggle my ears. Not exactly a talent, but she laughs anyway. The whole patio's buzzing now. People swapping stories, cracking up, some even doing goofy impressions based on their cards. Jake's in the mix, shouting, "Keep it flowing, y'all." And I'm starting to loosen up. But here's where it gets real. After a few rounds, Mia hops up again and says, "Okay, phase 2. Grab a new partner and share something you've always wanted to try. Big or small." My stomach flips. Chatting about dares. Fine. But this feels personal. I look at Tara mouthing help, but she's already paired off, laughing with some guy in a fedora. Priya swoops back in, all grins, and says, "You're with me again." I'm relieved, she's safe territory. She goes first. I've always wanted to crash a fancy gala, just to see if I could pull it off. I'm like, you totally could. Then it's my turn and I panic. Everyone's sharing. Someone wants to skydive, another wants to cook a 5-course meal, and I blurt, "I've always wanted to karaoke in front of a crowd, but I'm terrified I'd bomb." Priya's eyes light up. "Let's do it," she says, and I'm like, "What? No way." But she's already dragging me to the edge of the patio where someone set up a little speaker. Tara spots us and yells, "Go for it," while Jake's clapping like a hype man. I'm shaking, but Priya hands me a fake mic, it's a wooden spoon, and I belt out the first line of Sweet Caroline. Off-key and awful. The crowd cheers anyway, and I'm mortified but also cracking up. Priya joins in, and we're a mess, but it's the most fun I've had in forever. Mia's back with her megaphone. "That's the energy we love. Keep those sparks flying." The night picks up. People are dancing, swapping more stories, and I'm catching my breath, thinking, okay, this is wild, but I'm into it. Tara slides over and says, "See? Told you it'd be a vibe. Ready for the next round." My heart skips again. Next round. There's more. So that's where I'll leave you, me post-karaoke disaster, surrounded by the most open, hilarious people I've ever met, with no clue what's coming next. Part 3's going to crank it up. Trust me. What's something you'd try at a party like this? Drop it in the comments. I'm curious. See you in the next one. Last time I left you after my karaoke flop on the patio, surrounded by the most chill, open crowd I've ever met. Tara's just hinted at a next round, and I'm still buzzing from the night's weird, wild energy. Spoiler. It's about to get even more intense and hilarious. Let's dive in. So I'm sitting there, catching my breath after Priya and I butchered Sweet Caroline. The patio's alive. People laughing, swapping stories, the fire pit crackling like a soundtrack to the chaos. I'm starting to get the hang of this vibe. Everyone's so free, so present, like they've all mastered the art of letting go. It's not just a party, it's a whole mood. Tara slides over, sipping her drink, and says, "You're doing great, babe. Ready for the next bit." I'm like, there's more. I barely survived karaoke. She laughs and says, "Oh, this is the fun part, trust me." Before I can ask what she means, Mia grabs her megaphone again, because apparently that's her thing now, and calls out, "All right, crew, time for round 3. Mix and mingle madness." The crowd cheers and I'm thinking, madness? That sounds ominous. She explains, "We're doing a speed chat challenge. Grab a partner, answer a quirky question, then switch. 5 minutes each. Go wild, get weird, connect." Jake's already zooming around, pairing people up, and I'm like, speed dating vibes? At this party. But it fits. This crowd's all about jumping in headfirst. Tara winks and says, "You'll love it, just roll with it." Suddenly, Jake's shoving me toward a guy named Sam. Tall, chill, wearing a Hawaiian shirt like he's on vacation. He grabs a card from the stack and reads, "What's the funniest thing you've ever done to impress someone?" I laugh and say, "Once, I tried to juggle oranges at a picnic to look cool, and dropped them all on my date's lap." Sam cracks up and says, "Okay, that's gold. I tried singing to a crush in high school. Voice cracked mid-note, and she ran." We're howling and I'm thinking, okay, this is actually fun. The timer buzzes, and I'm off to the next person. Lena, the quiet, artsy one from earlier. Her questions, "What's your go-to dance move?" She admits she does this awkward sway thing, then shows me, and it's so bad it's adorable. I confess I've got 0 moves but attempt a goofy spin, nearly trip over a cushion, and she's laughing so hard she snorts. Each swap's a riot. 5 minutes fly by with random chats about weird habits, dream vacations, even one guy admitting he talks to his plants. The energy's electric, and I'm loosening up, bouncing from one convo to the next like I've been doing this forever. But then Mia throws a curveball. Okay, bonus round, she yells. Pick someone you've clicked with and team up for 2 truths and a lie. Let's see who's got the best poker face. My heart skips. I've been vibing with so many people. How do I choose? Priya catches my eye and waves me over, all grins. We're a team, she says, and I'm relieved. She's my safety net. We sit by the fire pit, and she goes first. I've swum with sharks, I've never left my hometown, and I once won a pie-eating contest. I squint at her. No way you've never left town. You're too adventurous. She laughs and says, Yep, that's the lie. My turn. I've ridden a horse, I've never been on a roller coaster, and I've crashed a wedding. Priya tilts her head. Wedding crasher. No way, you're too shy. Grin. That's the lie, I've been on coasters. Hate them. The crowd's loving it. People shouting guesses, laughing at the wild reveals. One woman says she's flown a plane, and it's true. Jake admits he's scared of clowns, and everyone roasts him. It's chaos, but the good kind. Then it gets real. Halfway through, Priya leans in and says, This is what these nights are about. Finding your people, even just for a minute. I nod, feeling it. This isn't just games, it's connection, raw and unfiltered. I glance around. Couples chatting, groups cracking up, a few people dancing by the speakers. It's like everyone's shedding their usual masks, and I'm caught up in it. Tara catches my eye and mouths, told you, and I can't help but smile. But here's the twist. As the game winds down, Mia hops up again. Final challenge of the night incoming. Stay tuned. My stomach flips. Final challenge. I'm exhausted but buzzing. Half of me wants to bolt, half wants to see this through. Jake's passing out water bottles, hyping everyone up, and Tara says, You're killing it, but this next one's the biggie. I'm like, bigger than karaoke. Help! So that's where I'll pause, me post-game show vibes, surrounded by this wild open crew, with one last curveball on the way. Part 4's gonna wrap it up, and trust me, it's a roller coaster. What's your best 2 truths and a lie? Drop it in the comments. I'm dying to guess. Catch you in the next one. Hey you guys. Welcome to the grand finale. Part 4 of this crazy party saga. If you haven't seen parts 1 through 3, go binge them now, I'll wait. Okay, you're back. Perfect. Last time I left you after the 2 truths and a lie game, surrounded by this wild open crowd, with Mia teasing a final challenge. I'm wiped but wired, and Tara's hyping me up for something big. Spoiler. It's the perfect ending to a night I'll never forget. Let's wrap this up. So, I'm by the fire pit, still giggling over Priya guessing my roller coaster lie, when the patio's buzzing harder than ever. People are swapping partners, cracking jokes, and the playlist's hitting all the right notes. Think chill beats with a dancey edge. I'm finally feeling it, this vibe of just being with people who don't judge, who dive into every moment. It's what Tara promised. A night of real connection. She nudges me, grinning. You're a natural. Ready for the big finish? I'm like, big finish. I'm barely standing. But her smirk says I'm in too deep to back out now. Mia grabs her trusty megaphone. Seriously, where did she even get that? And shouts, All right, crew, it's time for the grand finale. The vibe circle. The crowd roars and I'm thinking, vibe circle? Is this a cult now? She explains. We're all sitting in a big circle. Everyone gets 1 minute to share something they've learned tonight, something they're taking away. No pressure, just real talk. Jake's herding us into place, passing out blankets because it's getting chilly, and I'm like, okay, this sounds deep? We plop down on the cushions, me wedged between Priya and Sam, the Hawaiian shirt guy from earlier. The fire's crackling, the lights are twinkling, and it's weirdly cozy for a party this wild. Mia kicks it off. I learned I'm braver than I thought. Pushing you all to connect was a rush. People clap and I'm nodding, she's a rock star. Then it's a domino effect. Lena says, I learned I'm not as shy as I think. Talking to strangers is actually fun. Sam goes, I learned juggling's harder than it looks, thanks for that story, and winks at me. Everyone's laughing, sharing stuff like, I'm more spontaneous than I knew, or I've got new friends now. It's sweet, but I'm sweating, my turn's coming. Priya's up next. I learned I can make anyone sing karaoke, even this one, she says, pointing at me. The crowd cheers and I'm blushing hard. Then it's me. My heart's pounding. I'm not big on spotlight moments. I take a breath and say, I learned I can step out of my shell and still survive. Like I thought I'd die of awkwardness tonight, but here I am. It's cheesy but honest and people clap, Priya hugging me like I just won an award. The circle keeps going. Jake admits he's learned to chill for once, which gets a big laugh, and it's this perfect mix of silly and real. But here's the kicker. After everyone's shared, Mia stands up, megaphone down, and says, "One last thing, let's seal the night. If you've vibed with someone, give them a shout out." My stomach flips. This feels like a friendship Oscar speech. People start calling out. Shout out to Lena for the dance moves. Sam, you're a legend. Priya yells, to my karaoke queen. And I'm dying but yell back, to Priya for dragging me into it. Tara shouts, to the newbie for keeping up. And I'm grinning so hard my face hurts. It's chaos, happy, loud chaos, and I'm soaking it in. Then the night shifts. The circle breaks, music cranks up, and people start dancing. Some goofy, some smooth, all carefree. I'm swaying with Tara, Priya's twirling Lena, and Jake's doing some ridiculous moonwalk. I'm exhausted but alive, like really alive. The air's cool, the fire's warm, and I'm thinking, this is what these parties are about. People just being people. No rules, no fakes, just a night of letting go. As it winds down, Tara pulls me aside. So worth it? She asks, smirking. I laugh. Yeah, but I'm never trusting your chill party line again. She cracks up and we hug it out. Priya swaps numbers with me saying, next time we're doing a duet. And I'm like, oh no, my singing career's over. But honestly, do it again. I head out, feet dragging but heart full, and crash into bed the second I'm home, replaying it all. So that's it. The night I stumbled into a world of open vibes, survived karaoke and speed chats, and came out the other side a little braver, a lot happier. These parties. They're wild, messy, and totally worth it, if you've got the guts to jump in. What's your takeaway from a night like this? Drop it in the comments. I'm all ears. Oh, and if you want more stories like this, unfiltered, crazy, real, say Patreon below. I've got tons to spill, and YouTube's just the start. Thanks for riding this roller coaster with me. See you in the next one.